Lesson 13, Data Visualizations. In this lesson, we'll take a look at the brand new features in Excel 2007, such as data bars, color scales, icon sets, and improved conditional formatting. These features are great for the manager whose eyes glaze over when he sees a column of numbers. Rather than present just a black and white table of numbers, you can now add dramatic effects that will help the manager to spot trends in the data. Notice that I selected all of the revenue cells, but I stayed away from the total cell. We'll go to Conditional Formatting, Data Bars, and choose a color. What we get is a bar chart inside of each cell that allows me to see the smallest cells and the largest cells very easily. The reason we didn't want to include the total is that this cell would be so large it would get the largest swath of blue and all of the other numbers would get the smaller swath of blue. Let me illustrate. Relatively, the total number is so large, all of the other numbers don't have much variation in the size of the bars. So in all of the various conditional formatting things we'll talk about in this lesson, you want to make sure to exclude totals from the various options. There are 6 colors built in, but if we go to More Rules, you can choose any of the 16 million colors. The next feature we have is something called a color scale. This is where Excel applies a color, but it's part of a gradient. So we choose color scales. There's 3 color scales, as in scales made up of 3 different colors on the top. So green, yellow, red. Green is largest, yellow in the middle, red is smallest. Red, yellow, green, that makes the largest numbers in red. Here the largest numbers are in blue, or the largest numbers in red, smallest numbers in blue. Now these 3 color scales all look very good when they're viewed on the screen or in PowerPoint. If you're going to be printing the document, especially in a black and white printer, you want to go with some of the 2 color scales, because they generally will look better when printed in black and white. Again, with More Rules, you can set up any colors you would like. So you get to choose a color, and choose a color. Click OK. Alright, that's a hideous scale, but anyway, you can customize it in any manner that you want. The third new item they added is something called icon sets. Now, these are fairly cool, but I have one major problem with the icon sets. Here we're going to apply a traffic light. Largest numbers in green, medium numbers in yellow, smallest numbers in red. The problem that I have with the traffic lights and any of the icon sets is the icon is always left justified. And frankly, to me, it looks like this 892 applies to this icon. This 82 applies to this icon. So my only solution to this is to say, all right, well, then I'm going to have to center my numbers. And frankly, I despise having numbers centered. I just don't like this at all. Another option you can choose is to build the icon set in a column to the right. So we'll take all of our numbers here and I will copy those cells and apply the icon set here, conditional formatting, icon sets. You'll notice there's 18 different icon sets. Some of them look really good in black and white. The gray arrows or the cell phone power bars work great in black and white. So I've applied the icons, and now I'll go into Conditional Formatting, Manage Rules, choose this rule, edit the rule, and there's a great setting down here that says Show Icon Only. Click OK. Click OK. Now ironically, when we show the icon only, that's the one time they move the icon to the right of the cell. But I can adjust the column width there. And now basically I have my numbers in C and the corresponding numbers in D will show the icon. I'm not sure it's worth going to all that trouble, but it's a possibility. Color bars, color scales, and icon sets are brand new in Excel 2003. We also have the traditional conditional formatting, such as highlighting everything greater than a value or less than a value. They've added new rules though, top and bottom rules, that allow me to highlight everything above average, or below average, or everything in the top or bottom 10, 5, 15%. So lots of great new items there. Now, if you were a fan of conditional formatting back in Excel 2003, there was an option there where you change cell value is to formula is. And we still have that option. If you would choose some cells, go to conditional formatting, choose more rules, you could say I want to use a formula to determine which cells to format. This formula then evaluates to either true or false, and the conditional formatting I have over here on the left is designed to highlight the largest row. So it looks through column B, sees if this value is equal to the largest value in the entire range, and if so, highlights the entire row. We'll take a look at how this happens. I'll go into Manage Rules and edit that rule, and you'll see that I set up a formula that says equal $B2. That means whether the cell is in column A or B, we're going to look at column B and see if it's equal to the largest value in B2 to B21. Notice that although this applies to cells B2 to B21, I'm writing it as if I were writing for the very first row. So when I'm comparing to $B2, the 2 is relative and it is changed as it's applied to all of the cells. This is a great way, and really the only way, to base your formatting on values in other cells. So here I'm formatting column A based on a value in column B using formula is. Now, one cool new trick that we have, here I've set up an icon set and we're only seeing the icons for the green cells. This is very clever how this works. I'm going to choose this entire range and we're going to go look at the rules. What I did here is first I set up an icon set and just let the icon set be normal, green, yellow, red. And I determined that basically it was the cells above 75 that deserved the green icon. I then added a second rule, and this rule said, hey, if the cell value is less than 75, I don't want to do anything. Apply no special formatting. And then here in the Conditional Formatting Rules Manager, I turned on this box, Stop if True. It turns out that the most recent rule you created is at the top of this box. So I'm saying if the cell value is 75, do nothing and don't run any more rules. Now this is really the way that Excel 2003 always worked. It would never run any more rules. But here in Excel 2007, we turn on that condition and we get the green icons only because it never gets to the icon set rule for the cells that are below 75. The first rule kicks in, formats it with nothing, and then stops. A clever way to apply your icons to only some of the cells. Well, this is a great feature in Excel 2007. It's good to help your manager spot the trends within the data. I hope you found that helpful, and thanks for watching.
Looking to advance your career by acquiring new skills? Tired of expensive off-site training programs? Wish you could learn from the best instructors in the industry? Look no further than Live Lessons. Self-paced, personal video instruction by the world's leading technology publishers. Each live lesson comes with a DVD featuring 3 to 4 hours of instructor-led classroom training, sample program code that allows you to work along with your personal instructor, and an example-rich study guide. Live lessons allow you to watch the entire course from start to finish or navigate directly to any of the individual lessons. You'll literally watch over the shoulder of your instructor as he shows you how to build state-of-the-art applications. Live Lessons, the power of the world's leading technology experts at your fingertips. To learn more, visit mylivelessons.com today.